How's it going, everybody? My name is GN, and today I'm here with Ron Balicki. As you know, I am 6 Kali classes deep. I'm a complete noob, and this is my journey from being a student who sat and watched into actually getting down and dirty. So, I don't know.
The first thing I'm going to do is, the most important lesson you can ever do with this, with a knife, is run. Okay, so it's the first thing I advocate, but it's a different type of individual. I mean, if I'm a good shooter, I could go shoot you, go home, doesn't look like I did anything. I got cord, I wash my hands, I'm fine. A guy with a blade is way different animal. He doesn't mind getting a little bloody, a little, getting hit, whatever else. So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look to see if, right now, if somebody had a knife, you're not there, all right? So, okay, second thing is, if we're here, this is the interview. If I'm sitting here and I'm getting in your face and it's getting tense, you better know that I don't have, like, there's no clips or anything, I'd be aware of it. If I have a knife, I've got to pull and then go, right? Yeah. All right, so, if you know there are no clips or nothing, and if I'm back here, you shouldn't be here. If you can. It depends on your duty. If you're a police officer or military, you might have to stay put if you have to defend somebody. Right. But right now, if I'm here, I've got to do two things. I've got to lift this shirt and I've got to grab the blade. You don't know if I'm coming out in reverse or a fencing grip, right?
Or so if it's a gun.
This does not, or if it's a gun, if it's anything,
yeah.
All right? So this is the whole objective to it. It doesn't make the best photos, still photos, because you're on somebody, all right? But if I'm here and I'm going to go, if I start to reach, don't let me reach. You grab the hands first. Grab.
Just grab. Is there a way?
Whatever. You just don't let me grab on whatever I'm going for. So grab.
So if I were
just grab. Whoop, and then you're going to check the belt line. What the heck was I going after? It better be jockage that I was really reaching the scratch, because if there's something there, I want you to get to it. So if it goes here, you grab it. Here, let's do it with you. All right. So if it's in there, keep it out just for camera sake. Okay. Really, you would have to lift the shirt and go. So it gives me that split second longer, that nanosecond longer. So the minute you grab it and go. If you got your hand on it, I'm not going to let it come out. So if I know plain out nothing's here and it's here, I don't care if you're punching me or not, I'm going to marry your hand to that blade. Just put it down there, okay? I don't care if it's sheathed or not. I'm putting it into the hip flexor, okay? So and you'll see like a lot of, when I was on a sheriff's department, I went through a whole safety course and a gun course and a gun retention course. And one instructor that was teaching me used to say, like, they used to teach body mass, or center mass, head, right? He would go hip flexor, center mass. He said a lot of times you can take a fatal and still operate. But if it goes here, it drops people. So he would go pap, pap, and then into here. So, and I always thought about that because through my training through Inosanto, he would say hip flexors are big. You'll see, like, if you round kick me, they put the foot there and they'll stop it a lot more in here. Kick me once. If I just go here and you fake me, you can always kick that leg, right? If I try to foot stop it, I might be lucky, but if I go here, I'm always in center mass. If you kick me, it's always right here, and then we can go. So it's the same deal with this. If I go to grab it, you grab it, marry my hand to it. So right now, you don't let me let it go.
Right.
All right? Half pull, and insert. Push it right to the floor. All right? So that's the first thing. But I'll teach law enforcement, and I'll say, we're going to do knife disarming, and I usually get this, because they see the ugliness of it, and how hard it is. Even at slow speed. If I'm doing that, I say, take it away from me. It's tough, okay? And we've seen it. Guys pull it out, it's going. But here's the deal. If this thing is just coming out, you want to stop me before the feeding frenzy, okay? Before I go off on it. So if you go here and I get it out, you better have a disarm. Because if you don't, I'm going to stick you. If you turn to run, I'm going to stick you. So that's why, once it comes out, and if you go to cut my throat or stab me, right? So I want to go in here, all right? So just right now, we're over here. Let me grab Diana. Come on in here, Diana. Don't go to work. I need you. Come here. Can I use my wife for a second?
Hi, everybody.
She didn't know I was going to put her on this. If this came out, when she goes, she's going to wipe it down, press it back into me, and then she's going to grab the pad of the thumb. Explain that.
We grab the pad of the thumb because if you remember in anthropology, what gives our advantage over the animal kingdom is thumb, right?
Right.
So anyway, so what I do is I redirect the energy, but I always want to come to the pad of the thumb. I want to control. So at that point, it becomes me versus the pad of the thumb. Even if I grab here, I can still come back here, and that sets me up for my first. We're going to go into
This first disarm.
disarm, and that's me using the back of my hand. And I should explain this. We try very hard, we can, to pick it up with the back of the hand. I don't want to go like this because we have all these major veins, and this is your bleeder, this is the feeler, is what we call it. So I pick it up with the feeler, I direct the energy toward him. I don't want to come like this, because then I make myself vulnerable, right? If I don't push the energy back into him. So I try to push it back in it, and I redirect the energy, and I come here with the pad of the thumb. And that sets me up for my first disarm.
Okay, so jump back in.
Go for it.
Alright, so watch this. Here's the thing. If you come in, this is what we call a naked technique right now. You're not dressing it up with hitting, spitting, all those other things.
Yes, sir.
If I pull and you go for it and you miss it, you're gonna go. Right there, press it into me, grab the pad of the thumb, right in there. Now, I'll give you a whole lesson on that in a second, but if I'm gripped on it, I want you to be here, or believe it or not, on the flat of the blade, and I'll explain why in a second. Take the flat of the blade against your forearm.
Against my forearm. Yep. Here.
And
from
yep.
here.
Right.
Here, yeah, think of eye jabbing, and that's the deal, okay? So,
The eye jab
That's
is-
very.
is-
It's scary to think that
It is
you gotta put
scary.
that edge against yourself.
I'm gonna get cut, right?
Sure you are. Who says we're gonna leave unscathed? You know, but
It's not
picture
Hollywood reality,
picture what's gonna
right?
happen if you don't try something.
Right.
So if you cut me, right, and if I push that down, you wouldn't just stay there, you'd probably reinsert it here.
Yeah.
You wouldn't use the blade? Yeah. So if he goes here like that, yeah. So now watch this. If I'm, be real tight, real strong. If I go articulate your wrist, move it around, you can get around that,
Yeah.
right? So whoop,
Yeah.
that's not good. So if I grab the pad of the thumb, it's here. Now wait, I'm gonna make it here better. You tell them what it feels like. If I press, be real strong. No, that's okay. No. That's okay. Do you see the difference?
Yes, sir.
So what I do is I concentrate on the thumb itself, and I try to roll it as if I want the nail to roll up onto it. So now if I'm here like that and I push, see now we can go into this. So you get to do that to me now.
I will try. I will
so
try.
you press in.
Okay, wait, so with this.
Yeah, from the top.
Yeah. Here. Okay. So
Press
you're
into me.
trying to go
Yeah,
here.
so if I go like that,
Go
that's
here,
it, yeah.
into
And now
you.
grab the pad of the thumb.
Right.
Pad of the thumb. So
Now put the thumb to the flat of the blade.
Yeah.
Finger-
Oh,
yes,
that's
there we
it. That's it right there.
Yes.
Oh, right there.
That's it. That's it. It's
Because if I didn't,
I'll go around.
This.
See, and if you grab it here, this is good. But if I'm a good strong guy, and I get those guys with those like
Yeah.
where their pinkies as big as my thumb. But if you go right here, grab again, and then put it to the flat, it changes everything.
I gotta put it here because
it's
changes
those little
everything.
nuances, right? Those
Yeah.
little nuances, and that's
Right.
why training this is
Now,
important.
let's take it a little further. You cut me. I press down, I get to the pad of the thumb, but you go, and you're gonna twist out of it. I'm gonna take it to the low. And take it
yeah,
out.
that's good, yeah.
Okay, so one more time. So if you go here, press it into me,
press.
grip on,
Boom.
put the flat
Boom.
onto the flat of the blade, but I turn it.
Yeah.
Now grab on the inside, slide with the pad of the thumb.
Slide.
This hand goes to
Yep.
the pad of the thumb, this hand slides down, and this one goes to the.
Okay.
So that's the 1 and 2. So
But the core of the lesson is always around the pad of the thumb.
if she goes, and she's got that, right? 1, 2. It's the same basic thing. If she goes in here and she digs it on and she gets 1, or if I turn, she's got 2. It still follows the same principles. So come on in one more second. If you cut me, and if I bring it down, all right? Now I grip it. This is our 1. So now this is where it turns into drilling and cutting. People say it doesn't work. But what it does is it's supposed to follow it. The person turned like you did, and then I go low. But if you're real strong, you don't let that wrist bend. So then I just go right with here. So I'm gonna pull it this way.
Uh-oh.
So now we can go this way with it.
Right.
So it just goes on and on. Can I use you one more second, Diane?
Yeah.
So if she comes in, she's gonna dig in 1.
That's
Then I
one.
turn to 2. See if I'm strong, she's gonna go, keep going.
So here,
There.
and I can head
Head
cut,
cut.
and then I can.
That's the 3.
And then
That's
back
the
here.
4.
Yeah, the 2 and the 4 are very similar. So one is the back of the hand, the feeler, and the other one is with the web in the hand. So, your turn.
So, it's okay. Alright, so go in, dig in,
Dig in.
press it down into me. You always want the blade against me more than you.
Here.
So there, take your one, I turn it.
Right.
Grabbing, number two. Forearm, good, get on pat of the thumb.
Pat of thumb, yeah.
But if I'm really strong, put your forearm on top of mine.
Which one? This one?
This one. There. Now think of the headbutt. Drag me in the headbutt. No, no. Yes,
yeah.
that's it. Now, you
Drag
can
me
either
in.
pull here, or you can wrap and grab your own forearm and take it across my neck.
Okay.
That's our three, but let's just say you can't get it. Guys stop you. They turn it, release,
Right, release.
and
Wave of the hand.
Wave of the hand, wave of the hand, wave of the hand.
Yes, hand faces to the heavens.
Oh, ah.
that's it. And take the knife with you.
Yeah,
And again, always, again, the core of everything you're doing is all around
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
controlling the pat of the thumb.
So, you know, it's, I mean, I could go on and on and on with the show. There's 12 movements in this first drill, we just did 4 of them. But, and it doesn't mean you'll use all of them, but it's batting practice. And you need to know the angle. If you look.
And also too, it's also like, you know, when you're driving and you're in a lot of busy traffic and you go, oh no, I want to go this way, but I realize because of the energy and the momentum of the traffic, it's better for me to turn this way.
Yes. So I understand that there was a lot there, and for somebody as a complete rookie to this, there's a lot that I need to work on, but my biggest takeaway is get to it before they get
Before
it out.
it gets out.
And the whole,
If I grab, you marry my hand,
Yeah.
don't let the hand out. Even
Yeah.
if I'm hitting you,
yeah,
you pull, reinsert. You'll get a lot more success. If I get it out, it's too late. Sometimes it's that point of no return. You committed, you gotta stay for the whole game. And if you really think that if I'm like, I'm gonna take you and I'm gonna do it, and you feel that you're threatened, you gotta stay there. If you turn, you think he's gonna run out and won't do it, I'd give you a little on the way out. You don't know, you know, so.
But we still believe in running. That's
Yes.
still the first
You know what, you go nurse your ego at home, tell them there were 20, tell all your friends there were 20 guys and they all had weapons, whatever, it doesn't matter, just live, get out of there, you know?
thank you so much for being so generous. I'm gonna go drill and practice, and on I go with my journey, sir. Thank you very much.
Aw,